Hello, everybody. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining me so far. All right, so tonight we're going to be playing RE5, and we're going to be joined by the one, the only Rome himself. Um, and we're going to be playing co-op. We're going to see how far we can get tonight, and then see when our next time we stream will be. Rome's getting set up right now. Thank you for joining me right now. So what I'm going to do is just start up the game, make sure everything looks good for you guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if the game sounds right. And let's get that started right now. So we're going to transition over. And let's see what we got here. Game was giving me some trouble earlier, so hopefully everything's been worked out. I believe it has. So we should be ready to go. I hope. Okay. Yes, we are ready to go. Alright. Hold on one second, guys. Let me go back into it. Okay, cool. So we are. Cool. Ooh, it's got benchmarks. I'm not gonna do this. I know my computer is beefy enough to run this game. So yeah, guys. Again, thank you so much for. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I got a message from Rome here. All right, dude. Hello.
Yo, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's up, dude? How you
Hey,
doing?
what's up, Rome? We're live on. I already got everything started on my end.
Oh,
Uh,
snap. You live already?
oh yeah. You know me. I'm a dad. I get everything ready beforehand
Ooh.
and all that.
Yeah.
But we are joined by Rome himself, the one and only.
Oh,
Uh,
snap. I'm caught out here in 4K. What's up, stream?
in 4K, I wish.
4K.
We're working on that right now. Once we get that
Ooh.
PS5 streaming, we'll.
Yo, there's a few, was it like Walmarts and Best Buys? They got them out there. So if you're looking.
Oh no! I got mine. Luckily,
Oh, nice, nice.
randomly I went on to Best Buy's website and they were like, "Yeah, we're selling them now." And I used my government connects, aka the really fast internet at work, to to get past all the scalpers.
Nice. Smart thing to do. I had a friend who knew the algorithm with like
Oh really?
purchasing them. Yeah, so he like hit me up. He was like, "Yo," he's like, "Give me 500 and I'll get you one." And then 2 days later, he was like, "Yo, I got your PS5." I was like, "Shit, all right."
Oh
This
man.
is this is back in what, like May, I think. I was like, "Damn."
Oh wow. That's a
Yeah, I
good
got
deal.
lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a good
So
deal.
I'm just booting up the game real quick because I just want to capture it. Once I capture it on my Streamlabs, then I'll be good to go.
Okay, yeah, just let me know when you start your stream and then we can
Yeah,
start.
I'll go live. I'll tweet it out, and yeah, let me
Yeah,
see what's going on here.
I'm just adjusting the volume. Hopefully the stream can tell me
Oh shit! Hold up.
cause I forgot how loud this game was.
Yeah.
So let me go back to the opening, or at least it sounded really loud to me.
All right, mine's is loading up right now.
Yeah, thank you for the help earlier trying to get this thing to work too.
I want to make sure that it's working for me though.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me boot up the game.
All right, let's drop the volume down just a little bit more, cause just now I was not able to hear you.
You're gonna love my nuts. Played Resident Evil 5
That's
today.
right. Best stream name ever.
That is. That's a great one.
uh,
Oh my god, it keeps crashing. Hold up. Was that what was happening with you?
yeah, like you would hit play and it would just keep crashing.
Yeah, yeah, it's doing that to me now.
You have to make sure that you've done all the Windows updates. And then there's a there's a video. I can go back and find it and send it to
Yeah,
you
link
via
me that video
Discord.
real quick.
Yeah, let me do that. Hold on, guys.
Damn, what did they do? They must have updated the game recently and it
No,
started doing this.
no, I think what they did is they updated Windows Live games with Windows Live.
Oh yeah, they did that the other day, I think, or something. I don't know.
Yeah, let me
But I just played Resident Evil 5. I want to say early this year or either early this year or late last year. I played it, so I don't. That's probably why it's been a while.
right.
But
All right,
yeah, it
here's the
seems like
video that helped me. That helped me. Let me send it to you via Discord. There you go.
cool. My bad, dude. I didn't know I was gonna do this, but
No, that's fine. Like I said,
fix it.
it is what it is. I know the people are enjoying us banter.
All right,
So
video here.
so we are T minus 7 days till the beta.
Yes, sir.
T minus 7 days to the beta. All right.
Verify integrity of the game files.
See, that's why I gotta make sure my all my capture card and everything's good because I'm gonna stream that off the PS5. You're gonna play it on the PS5 too, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You have to pre-order the game to play it, right?
Nah, it's a public beta.
Oh, it's just a free beta.
Uh,
Good, yeah. Because I didn't. I was gonna pre-order it, but I usually wait and get like a collector's version.
Yo,
So I
same
didn't do
here,
it yet.
man. Same here. Like I've been waiting because I seen Japan is getting like a shock box version for
Mm-hmm.
their side, so I'm just waiting for us to get the announcement saying we're gonna get the same thing. Because I'm not, I mean, I don't want to double dip and get that game or get the Japanese version and our version. The only thing that's different
Right.
is the menu language.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing. That's why I usually hold out. Like I used to wait a bit. Let me see. I might get like like a collector's or whatever. But that's good. If it's an open beta and you don't have to pre-order it, that's actually really good.
yeah, I didn't see anywhere where you needed to pre-order. Or there was like an early access or anything. So, I think it's just a straight up open beta.
All right. I'm gonna check for an update. Let me see. Windows update. Let me see if I have one.
I tell you what, the file that he's mentioning in the video, let me see if I can send that to you via Discord because I have it. That way you have the zip that he's using to fix the problem. Let's see.
Okay, cool.
Hopefully it's not too
Because I
big
might
for
just need
Discord.
that honestly, and I don't really think I need to update.
Nah, I can't. It's too big. You'd have to
Uh,
download it
would
from the link.
you could send it? You could send it via. You could probably send it via like Google Drive or something.
Okay, let's see here.
Let me know when you need my Google Drive. I'll send it.
Do I need to have a Google Drive to send it?
If you might need a Google account, if not, don't worry about it. I'll just.
He's got the link at the video
It's in
description.
the video. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
So let
just
me just
figured,
Let me
yeah, I figured that I could send it to you be quicker, but it's all good.
how to fix Resident Evil. Okay. So let me just pull it up on YouTube because I have it on Discord. But let me pull it up on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, the thing is, it tends to happen a lot with Capcom games where they do these weird fixes on Steam games and then fucks them up. Like for instance, Strider. I don't know if you played Strider 2014.
no, but I saw
Um,
you struggled with it, trying to get it
yeah,
running.
it was the funny thing is I played it a year or so ago, 2 years ago, and it was fine. Everything was smooth sailing. And then I looked it up and I found out that recently, whatever there was an update that just fucked everything up. Like it just messed with everything. It doesn't matter how good your computer is.
Right.
Um,
That's the same
and I
thing.
guess
No, that's the
yeah.
same thing going on with Street Fighter Cross Tekken, right?
Yeah, it was something like that, but I heard they're patching that out though. Oh, so I'm downloading that what is it, the WinRAR thing?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't really need WinRAR, but I mean, because Windows comes with its own extraction program, but
Yeah.
you just need the zip file um, that has Windows Live install stuff.
Which one is it? The top one?
Hold on. Let me go into the video myself.
My bad. I should probably skim through the
Yeah, the
video.
one that says Resident Evil Fix that opens up the that forum post, uh and then you click on where it says Microsoft Games for Windows Live. Wait, no, is that it? Hold on. Oh, and then you click on download this file,
Okay.
and then you agree and download, and then it'll download the zip with everything you need. It's crazy. Capcom's most likely losing money because if I didn't know any better and I bought this game and wanted to play it right away and I couldn't make it work, I would just return it, you know?
Right. That's the thing.
Like, I didn't have this problem with Resident Evil 4. It just played.
Hmm. Why is that taking so long? Hold on.
Yeah, once you hit download file, you hit agree and download. It'll take like 12 seconds for the download to be ready, and then it should download the zip file to wherever you have it going.
And uninstalling it didn't work, right? Like
No,
uninstalling, reinstalling. Yeah.
no, that didn't work. They recommended make sure you have a fresh install just to be in case you modified it before, because then
Right.
this fix wouldn't work. I think he goes over that in the first part of the video.
All right. Let me just finish listening into this.
So how's it going today, Rum?
Uh, I'm okay. I'm good. Just trying to get this up and running here, but can't complain. Today was another pretty long day. My job's been getting a little hectic lately. But everything's good. I'm just glad to be working and I'm glad to be breathing. How are you,
Yeah,
man?
pretty good. We had the day off today for Veterans Day, but we got to go back
Ooh.
tomorrow, which is like the weirdest thing in the world. You
Yeah, I
know,
forgot today was Veterans Day. I didn't even think of that. My job, we only have major holidays off, so like Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, uh, Fourth of July, stuff like that. We don't have like Veterans Day or Columbus Day or
uh,
you know.
yeah. So, but the problem is when I go into the office tomorrow, like half the office took off to have the 4 day weekend. So
Oh,
yeah, so I'm
damn.
one of the few that didn't think ahead fast enough. So we'll just have to make it through the 8 hours and
Yeah, just clutch it out.
yeah.
Let me see. So you said we don't need WinRAR because I have a Windows PC as well. So
Yeah, you have a way to you double click on the file. You can actually you don't have to extract them. You just have to open the file and run the first two programs. And if that doesn't
so in the
work,
WinRAR beta, right? That one that says like 6.10.
yeah,
Okay. So I just need.
you just need the files, the ones you downloaded from that PC Wiki uh, website, the PC Gaming Wiki forum.
Oh, let me check community. Oh, that I was on the wrong thing. Okay,
Yeah,
my bad. My bad.
yeah. When you click on that, it'll say down. It'll have a big gray
Download
button.
this file. Yep, I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah. That's all you
Okay.
need right there.
My bad, dude. I was sitting there going all around. So this one here, um, oh, this might be the one that works for. Yeah, like you said, this might be the one that works for Cross Tekken too. I might have to fuck with that.
Yeah.
Where am I putting this file at?
Oh, anywhere. You're just gonna run the exes inside of it. It doesn't need to go anywhere special.
Oh.
You can put it on your desktop if you just wanna get to it quick.
So just Extracted, right?
No, you don't have to even extract it. When you double click on it, it'll open it. Just right click on the first one, the GFWL client,
Mm-hmm.
and hit open, and then run it. And then once you're done with that, do the second one and run it. Or left click and hit run, open, whatever it gives you.
So G. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I see. It's like two of them. GW.
Yeah, the
Uh,
first is the client, and then it's the setup. So just double click on the client and run it, and then double click on the
gotcha. I see it here. Yep, it's installing right now. Perfect.
yeah, and then you have to install the one right below it. And then if as long as all that installs and it doesn't give you an error, you should be good to go.
Mm-hmm. I accept. Accept the terms. Install. Cool. I'm just gonna test it out real quick, and then I'll hit live, and we're good to go.
Yeah, cool. I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
hit
cool.
finish, and yeah, once I get this, then I can formulate a like finish talking about KOF and formulate actual opinions. I'm just trying to finish this here. I'm not as tech savvy, so like I was getting a
Oh,
little tripped out, but I think I'm good now. I got the second one installing. Yep. Install success. Do I hit launch or just close it?
just close it.
Just close. Okay, cool. So
And
now that that's closed, we will open up Steam, and I'll try to play the game again. Let's see.
should give you a small window with the black screen. If you get that far, you're good.
All right. Yep. It's the screen with the it's loading. Fuck! It crashed again.
What did? No, it
I'm
didn't.
wondering if what's that?
It crashed all the way.
Yeah, it loaded up for a bit and then it crashed. Do you think that's because I do have a mod on here from before? I wonder if that's the reason why.
It probably is. So what you would have to do is in Steam itself, when you're on your library, right click,
Mm-hmm.
go to properties, go to local files, and then
Mm-hmm.
hit verify integrity of game files.
Oh, okay, I'm doing that now.
And
So
then
the mod I had on here was a mod someone gave me before. All it does is it removes that like greenish filter
okay,
over the game, so it makes the game look more like it actually looks better because it doesn't have that thing over it. That like you'll see like when you boot up the game, it's like the sky is like kind of greenish, like it's a cinematic feel to it. Doesn't
right,
really bother me. I don't really mind it, but yeah, that's what it does. So, but it's fine. I'm good. I don't really need that. So,
yeah, yeah. I remember playing this with one of my buddies way back when, and he didn't know about QuickTime events, so you have no idea how many times I got killed.
I can imagine the part with the motorcycle guys who just every time dying, right?
That and like when you're fighting Wesker on the plane, like right before the final battle,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah,
my man's got up to make himself a tuna sandwich, and I'm like, for real?
bro.
I got my neck
There's
snapped and all, all that other
no
stuff.
time for eating, homie. You got to get in there. What are you doing?
Oh man,
Yeah, that Resident Evil 5, man, that game. I remember just when it came out, and it was a really good time for Capcom too, right? This is like late 2000s, so like Street Fighter 4 was doing well, and like this was just like this game was awesome. It was one of the for me, it's one of my favorite Resident Evil games.
same here. I mean, just being able to play with a buddy and then the just the story
Yeah.
itself, like pretty much finishing up the 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 core of the original, I guess, saga. You know, no,
Hmm.
at the end of this, there is no more Umbrella. There's no more main bad guy. It's you know,
Right.
it's all new. I mean, six kind of touched on some of that stuff, but I like six too. I don't know why people hate on six so much, but
6 is like my guilty pleasure because I love that game as well. But yeah,
dude, the
people
game's
just
awesome, man.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think 6 is awesome too. I like. Yeah, sure. The story gets a little goofy at times, but I don't care, man. As a game, I think it's a lot of fun, and people just it became a meme. I think to shit on it, or like it's just like the popular thing to say, like you follow what the popular people are saying, kind of deal. So I feel like because of that, that's why a lot of people choose to shit on six.
Right, yeah, and I mean, you're allowed to form your own opinions. Just because everybody else or the majority of people don't like it doesn't mean that you won't.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mega Man 4.
Yes.
Dude,
Even Mega Man 4.
I'd still have the cartridge with the poster and the manual for the NES and the sleeve.
Oh, that's sick.
That's it's my
So
favorite.
do you know about the gold cartridge for Mega Man 4?
There's a gold cartridge for Mega Man 4.
So, there was 8 gold cartridges made. I might maybe 10, but I know 8 for sure of Mega Man 4. They were given out to the 8 people that designed the Robot Masters. They all got a copy of them. Look it up when you get a chance.
Oh, I
They're only
definitely
like
will.
they're super scarce cuz I think one of them showed up in like some like famous game store in Japan.
Oh wow.
But yeah, they're worth a lot of money. It's only 8 copies in the world.
Oh, I'm definitely a sucker for that stuff. Like, I have like, one day I'll show you. I have two giant like Target tubs full
Mhm.
of Metal Gear stuff. Because Metal
Mm.
Gear is like my jam. I know that every game front to back. I could tell you, I could beat every game in like one sitting without watching the cutscenes. Um,
Yeah, that's your thing.
that's my thing. So there's actually one thing that eludes me, and that there's a limited edition. They call it a premium package for the original Metal Gear Solid that was only given
Mhm.
to investors. It comes in a gold box and has like different things that the
Ooh.
normal premium package goes. I've seen a couple on eBay show up from time to time, but I've never pulled the trigger because I'm like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I want to because like I have everything else. Like some people post their collections, they're like, "Hey, I got like a copy of 1, 2, and 3." And I'm like, "Dog, I have like 8 copies of 3, 10 copies of 2. I have like every version of Metal Gear Solid 1 that came out. Like for real, I collect hardcore for that series."
Okay, this is at 93% complete.
All right, yeah, it should. That's probably what it is. It's probably taking out the files that aren't supposed to be there. I'm still kind of mad that the beta's only gonna have one character that I really want to try. That's Kyo.
Yes. Yeah, only 8 characters, man. I don't really have a team yet or in the beta. I mean, I have people that I want to play. I do have a team I guess for the beta, but like I'm probably not going to use them when the actual game drops. Maybe just kill as well, but we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
hyped though. I'm just ready to play, man. It's been what 10 months and we finally got get our hands on the game for a few days.
for sure. Like I'm from all the videos, and I've watched a lot of videos. It has a like a 98 vibe to it to me. It has like kind of that zoner or if I hit you, you die kind of thing.
Mhm.
And it just I don't know. It doesn't feel like to me when I see it. It doesn't feel like 14. It doesn't feel like 13. It feels like an older style KOF to me. But that's just me the way when I look at the videos.
Yeah. No, I can understand that. I really like how it's coming around. Like I think zooming in on the characters to make them feel larger and like the way the health bars and the meter system looks, like the colors they chose and like the presentation I think is really good. It stands out a lot.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like that's Samurai Showdown for you. Samurai Showdown's been
Oh
had
yeah.
the zoom in since like Sam Show 1, where you would zoom out
Right.
when you'd walk away, zoom in when you got closer to each other. Like it's that you could definitely see the influence that Samurai Showdown 2019 had on the game. Graphics wise and all that for sure.
Hell yeah. Okay. Checking it again. It's running right now. It's loading up. I got the black box. Come on, don't cheat me. Looks like it's still loading up.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Takes a while, yeah. Install failed. What the hell?
Install failed. What?
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna uninstall and install it back in now that I have everything else.
Yeah, that'd probably be safe.
I'm sorry, dude. If this should fix it. If not, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have to figure out something.
No, that's cool. Yeah, like I
Shit.
said, I just figured it out not too long ago myself to get it
Dun, 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 dun,
to
dun.
to go. Why is everyone hating on Whip?
It's her face. I don't think it's really her. Like I like Whip, but the
Yeah.
the way her head slash face looks, I don't know. It looks a little weird. But I do see a lot of people kind of shitting on her. But I don't know. It's Whip is a cool character. I don't necessarily play her, but I think she's right for the game, and she's cool. She adds
Yeah.
diversity. So yeah, I don't know. They are like fuck this character. All right, I'm installing it again. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna go turn off my air conditioning. Give
All
me
right,
1 second.
cool. All right.
Okay.
You know what game I wish had co-op? The new Resident Evil 2.
Oh, remake? Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you like the remakes? Did you like them?
Seeing how Resident Evil, the OG Resident Evil 2 is like number one on my list, I think it did a great job. I'm not gonna lie, when after I got away from Mr. X the first time with Leon, I'm like, oh, they changed some stuff up. Leon gets to see him instead of Claire, and I'm like, all right, cool. Um, so and then I realized he's still there and he was going. I was like, okay, now this really makes it a cool experience. I thought
Yeah.
that was like the crown that right there was the crowning achievement of that game.
Yeah, it was really good. Resident Evil 2 remake was dope. I had a lot of fun playing it. I watched it. I think that entire month it was out, I was watching like every streamer play it, just because it was so cool. Um,
Yeah.
and the only thing I didn't like is that they kind of fucked up the B scenarios. That was
Yeah.
like the only thing. Like the B scenarios were too similar to the normal one, which usually it's completely different. In one scenario, you fight some of the like different versions of William Birkin. You don't fight the same versions. And then Mr. X was in all four scenarios. He's only in the B scenarios on the original one. So it was
Yeah.
a few things. There was a few things that they did that I wasn't too fond of, but other than that, I thought that game was pretty sick.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I also, yeah, I didn't like that because the A and B scenarios were definitely like completely different back in the day in the original one. You didn't
Yeah,
see the same people, you didn't get the same weapons here and there, so um but yeah, overall I thought it was a great package. I think they dropped the ball with 3. I didn't even buy that
they did.
game.
You didn't buy it?
No,
Damn.
I just watched people play and I was like, this is it? Cuz I remember
So
3 completely different.
I bought it and I played it. I didn't finish it because I think I also just kind of fell out of it. But I mostly bought it for the online multiplayer that it came with. I forgot what it was called, but me and some of the people on my Discord we would play that shit for like a good month.
Okay.
We played it. Yeah. With like when you could pick the survivors or you could pick the mastermind. Like it was fun for a
Oh
bit, but then it
yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
because it came with the game. But three, yeah, three they dropped the ball. But I think a lot of it also had to do with how good two was, and it was too fast. They made three what like a year right after two, so like you didn't give people time to really process Resident Evil 2 and relax with it.
yeah, that's the same people that like I loved Final Fantasy VII remake, but the people that are like, oh, we need part two now. I'm like, you can't do it.
Right.
Like you have to let the game sit and marinate there for a little bit. If you get something too quickly, it's going to be rushed and it's just not going to be the the same quality as what you just experienced.
Exactly. Sorry, this download is just gonna taking a little bit, so
That's cool.
yeah, apologies again. Um, but yeah, like you gotta let it simmer. You gotta let it like wait. You rush a game and you're already moving on to the next one. You're not gonna have time to really be like, oh man, I enjoy this one and appreciate that one.
Right.
And I feel like that's what happened with three was it was just too fast. And then Nemesis and Mr. X, it was too similar. Where it's like they're chasing you down. It was like the same premise. It didn't feel different.
Right. And like some initial reports like that kind of got me excited where they said that Mr. Or Nemesis did not have a limit of where he can go, so there was no such thing as a safe room. See, that got me
Hmm.
really hype. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is gonna be like even like Mr. X times 1,000." Because
Yeah.
there's room. You're not safe anywhere. You could be saving, and he'll be right behind you, about to punch you. But
Hmm.
like when they're like, "No, it's the same," and they said that, and I looked at it when I watched people play it. It's true. Nemesis was too scripted. He wasn't like as random as Mr. X was.
Right. He was more of a set piece where
Right.
like you'll see him in these guaranteed situations. Yeah. And it was shorter too. I feel like it was a shorter game. So I know most people beat it within the first day that it came out. And I know Resident Evil games are generally shorter, like short games. But like, it was this one was like really like people were finishing it in like 4 hours or whatever.
You tell that to Resident Evil 4. I played that game for 7 days straight. Ashley kept getting captured,
God damn it, Ashley.
and Sadler kept talking and all this other stuff, and I'm like, Leon, you idiot.
Yeah, but when you think about it though, the classic games, like you can technically beat them in like an hour, 2 hours if you know what to do. I'd say 2 hours max.
Oh yeah.
It always takes me more than that. Like classic, I love classic Resident Evil 2 and I've played it a lot, but it always takes me like maybe 3 hours to beat, maybe 3 hours or less. If I'm doing like a range mode run where I have like infinite ammo, then like it'll take me less. But I normally not nowadays when I play, I tend to run past everything that I don't need to kill and just save ammo for the bosses. So it's like a little easier.
Yeah. That I mean, classic games are like that. I mean, I don't know if I've ever told you the story of the first time I ever played Metal Gear Solid. I actually borrowed it
Nah.
from a cousin, and I had just got my PlayStation, and I had used all my money from cutting grass and all that stuff. So guess what? I bought the PlayStation. My cousin let me borrow Metal Gear Solid, and I didn't have a
Mm-hmm.
memory card, so
Ooh.
I had to play the game all the way through from 10 a.m. on a Saturday till about 11 p.m. that Saturday. I had to beat Metal Gear Solid 1 in one day because I couldn't
You
save.
you did it too. You beat it
Yeah,
in one day.
no. Actually, I failed. I actually got to the fight with Metal Gear Rex, where Liquid's
Yeah.
inside Rex, and I couldn't beat Rex. So I didn't get past that point, and I saved up money and they got a
Yeah.
memory card. But
Smart man.
I
Yeah.
tried my best. I tried my best.
That's the thing. People, people don't realize nowadays, like a lot of the young kids playing games, they don't realize a lot of games back then you didn't have an auto save. There was no save on the disc. You had to have a memory card.
Oh,
So if you didn't have a memory card, you were asked out. That was it. You played a game, you couldn't save it. GG's. And then there were some games that didn't have the auto save feature. So even if you had a memory card, you had to remember to go to options to save the game, to manually save it.
right. And then even then, going back, like just watching Bullet Will play all these Mega Man games. What I used to do, like when playing Mega Man 3 and 4, I would
Hmm.
actually leave my play, get up early before school, start playing, get as far as I could remember from the previous night, and actually leave my NES on. Go to
Smart.
school, and then when I came back, I would just pick up like after I did my homework and all that stuff. I would just pick up where I left off, and because I mean I knew it had a password system, but I was like whatever, I'll just leave it on. I'm surprised my NES didn't like die, but you know those things were like tough as nails. But
Yeah.
like after, I mean kids don't nowadays don't know that. What do you mean? Don't turn off the game while it auto saves or whatever. There was none of that back in the day. If you didn't have a memory card, or if the game didn't have any way to save, period, like NES games or stuff like that. Psh,
Hmm. So some games had like passwords, right? And they
yeah,
were pretty decent passwords, like few letters, maybe 10 letters or so. But then you had some passwords that were like ridiculous. It was like 50 characters you had to input in the system.
yeah. You literally had to play the game with a notebook on the side.
Yep. I remember X Men Mutant Apocalypse on the Super Nintendo. Did you play that game?
Yes, yes, I did.
Yeah. So that one, when you get to the later stages, it's a password system, and the password system is like the names of characters, like Cyclops, Gambit, Cyclops, Magneto, Gambit, Psylocke, whatever.
Okay.
So me and my brother had a whole notebook dedicated to like the password for every stage, and we had to write out the names of the people in the order every time, so we were able to play the game over whenever we wanted to.
Yeah, that's nuts. What they made us, what they made us do back in the day. Imagine someone's first game that their parents got them was like Final Fantasy 7 or 8 or 9, and the parent didn't
Hmm.
get them a memory card. What do you do?
Oh my god, I can imagine.
you know, parents back then they didn't know. They're like, you want a PlayStation? We got your PlayStation. I need a memory card for my games.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't know like what else you need, right?
Yeah.
They, I mean, most parents they barely know they know the bare minimum, right? So I remember we had to use memory cards for PlayStation back in the day. I remember my dad went to FuncoLand. You guys ever had a
Oh,
FuncoLand?
yeah. That's where I got my first Dreamcast with my
Oh,
first paycheck
nice.
of my first job.
Damn, that's awesome. Yeah, we used to go to FuncoLand a lot, and my dad got a used memory card. I'll never forget. It was a used memory card for PlayStation One, and when we came home, it had Crash Bandicoot 3 data on there.
Oh wow.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, someone left that on. I'll
Uh,
never forget that.
if you have any PlayStation 1 or 2 memory cards, like the official stuff,
Hmm.
definitely hold on to them because they're like really pricey now. I heard. I don't know
I might
why.
have. I have one for sure. I might have two because I have one PlayStation. I have a see through like a clear red PS1 memory card, and I have a plain like the normal white one. I have that one as well that I bought used a few, not a few years ago, probably a decade ago, because I was replaying over Legend of Dragoon on PlayStation. So on PS2. So I bought the PlayStation disc and I bought the memory card to go with it. So and that was years ago. I think I still have both of them. So I have three Dreamcast memory cards.
Yeah.
I have
Oh, I got plenty of those. The VMUs.
Yeah, the VMUs. I have two VMUs and one. I have a one non VMU, but it holds four times the data of one VMU. So
Oh
it's like
yeah, yeah. I've seen those. Yeah. The VMU was a great idea back in the day, except Sega designed them to be like draw the power from the battery all the time. That's why the
yeah,
batteries died.
they died super fast.
Did you ever play the games that came on the VMU like the um like Sonic Adventure? You could like raise
The
the
Chow, right?
child.
You
Yeah.
can do the Chow Garden stuff. That was probably the only thing. Never really played the VMU stuff, but I remember I always saw like I always thought it was cool. Like I would play Soul Calibur and you see like a little chibi how I said how Mario, listen to me, a little chibi Mitsurugi like doing some cool stuff on the monitor. Like
yeah.
that stuff was man, that was such ahead of his time. Also, I'm at 50, so
Okay.
almost
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
no, Sega had such great ideas with the Dreamcast. It's kind of sad that it died, but if you actually look at any of the historical videos that people put up. I mean, they were just trying to beat the PS2 out the box and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's a case. I think it's a case of wrong place, wrong time. Basically, like if they came out, if the Dreamcast was 2 years earlier, it probably would have had a better success. Or maybe 2 years later, if it came out like maybe 2002, it would have been received better. But I
Yeah.
don't, it was a lot of financial issues. I know Sega America and Sega Japan were like constantly clashing on ideas and stuff like that. But I love the Dreamcast, man. That's one of my favorite. I still have my Dreamcast as well.
Yeah, I did the HDMI mod on it. Um
Nice.
so I could play it on the big screen TV and hook it up to my capture card easy. So I'm definitely gonna do arcade runs and stuff since I got the official Dreamcast fight stick. So I'm gonna do arcade runs off the original hardware.
Very good.
Yeah,
I
so
have I should probably get the mod for mine. I just use like a I use a converter like a AV to HDMI converter.
yeah.
But I think I'm gonna add the mod. How much was it to get the HDMI mod?
The actual board itself is like 130, I think, 140. I can look it up real
Not
quick.
bad.
And then you just got to get someone to install it for you. But luckily, my friend, he works at a game shop over
Mm-hmm.
here, and he does all their repair work, so he's good with the soldering and everything. So he did it in about
Yeah.
like 20 minutes.
The folks over at Brooklyn Video Games though, they'll hook me up.
Oh yeah,
Ben
definitely
Palmer,
talk to them. I'm pretty sure they've already
Bruce.
done.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
they've done a ton of that. Beast, the homie Beast, who's there, he hit me up the other day because he was like, "Yo, I mentioned something about getting because I have a PS2, but I need like I want to get some more games." And he was like, "Yeah, they do like they got the PS2s with like the 500 gig hard drive, so you can literally just download every game on there, and you don't even need like
dude, have
you don't
you
even."
been reading my mind? I'm almost done doing that mod myself right now.
Oh, nice.
So, cause all you do is you remember Final Fantasy 11, right?
Of
The
course.
MMO.
The
So,
MMO, yeah, the first MMO, yeah.
so if you have the fat PS2, you get the network adapter and you attach a hard drive to it, and then just soft mod the PS2, and then
Uh-huh.
it'll read the games off the hard drive.
That's sick.
The only
That's
problem,
something
yeah,
I want to do.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the only problem is that it's an IDE connection, so it has to be an older hard drive because of the it's not a SATA connector. But
Gotcha.
you can source those. I mean, it's not hard. Get yourself like a 1 terabyte for cheap, and then throw it in there and throw whatever games you want on there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's something that I definitely want to do. Like is mod because I still have my PS2. I have the small PS2, but I want to get the fat one. Get the fat one and do that. It's one of those things I'll probably get next year. When I have a bit more expendable, expendable expenses, if you will. It's not something I'm looking at right now, but it's definitely like I want to start getting a bunch of older consoles and having them on tap like that because I do like playing on official hardware. Like, yeah, emulators are cool, but like it's cool to also play like my N64. I still have my 64, and like the few times I've streamed N64 games, I've hooked it up. Like I've played it off the actual N64, and it feels good.
Yeah,
I
no,
want to
say, hey,
keep that
same
going.
here. I know some people would be like, "Oh, you're so snobbish. You want to play, you want to play off the original," but it's just the best because like, there's no emulation, there's no slowdown, or if there is any slowdown, so it was already built into the game.
Yeah, it's the
Back
game.
like that's why I was telling Will, and I'll tell you that's why the Retro Tink 5X, if you can get your hands on one, is the best because it's the best upscaler. So if for some of these older consoles like a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo or even a N64, if they don't
Mm-hmm.
have an HD mod for it, you can just plug that in and that upscales it to HDMI to 1080p, and then you can hook
Oh,
that up to your video card. I mean to your capture card, and boom, you're done. Because that's what I've
that's
been
decent.
doing. Like all those test streams that I did like about a couple weeks ago, that's what I was
Mm-hmm.
doing is just connecting. Like I connected the Dreamcast with the HDMI mod to my new capture card, and I was like, okay, everything looks good. Now they have a mod for the N64 too, so
For
it
the
for
okay, yeah, let me.
HDMI. I think that's gonna be my next investment there. Once I get a little extra cash here and there, is buy the board for that and install that so I can have HDMI straight out of an N64.
Yeah.
Cause why not?
Hell yeah. And that's good. That's good to have too, because like I don't know if you've been keeping up with the N64 stuff they got on the Switch, but Nintendo basically dropped the ball on that.
I mean,
I don't
it's
know if you
it's
heard.
yeah, I heard it's like bad emulation, but I mean,
Yeah.
no one on the outside has ever really been able to do emulation for the N64 like 100%. I had my
Yeah.
doubts that they would, you know, that they would be able to too, you know.
Yeah. That is true. So I prefer playing on on the regular like original hardware. I still have like I have a few games, like maybe 10 or 11 games. Mostly wrestling games, but I do have some other stuff like Mischief Makers and Spider-Man, 007 and Mario games.
Yeah, I got like the two Zeldas. I think I have Donkey Kong 64. I have Rogue Squadron, which is the goat.
Oh yeah, that's
It's
another one.
That's the goat Star Wars game for the N64. I don't care what anyone says. Uh, um, but and a couple more, and they that just brings back memories like going to a buddy's house or a friend's house and playing four-player split screen like GoldenEye. You know,
Man, listen.
Mario
I don't
Kart.
Mario Kart, Mario Party,
Oh,
the wrestling games, dude, like
oh,
WWF,
the
WrestleMania 2000,
WCW versus NWO.
hell yeah, World Tour and Revenge. I
Yeah.
had all of them, man. I used to play those. You go to your cousin's house on a Saturday, you sleep over, you play it, or you have a friend sleep over,
Oh yeah.
and I miss those days. As much as I love playing games online, like I count me in, man. I miss just you with your friends and y'all just all playing.
Yeah, I mean the N64, the Dreamcast, they had it right. Four ports on the front of the system so four people could play at the
Yep,
same time. Like it was freaking awesome.
that was the best.
So like, yeah, I miss those days too. Just be like, hey, come over, let's go play this. Actually, believe it or not,
Hmm.
I worked at the game store my buddy works at over here in Virginia.
Hmm.
I used to travel down there for to work, and around college time, the number one selling system was the N64 for dorm rooms.
No, that makes sense.
Like people would just like used N64s would go up in price and kids would buy them because they're going off to college and they just want to have an N64. So like on a Friday night, if it's raining or there's no parties, they'll just invite people from down the hall to play like Mario Party, Mario Kart. I'm like, man,
That's so cool, dude. The '90s are awesome, man.
oh yeah, like nothing beats that. Even the whole discussion about online tournaments and stuff. I'm like, it's not the same as going to a live event. You know,
Yeah, that's
or
I was thinking the same thing, man. I was thinking the same thing in my head. Like that's why I missed it so much because even though I'm a lot older now, going to FGC events and you sleep over at hotels with the homies. It's like it's very similar, because you're up playing fighting games, you're cracking out. Sometimes we play other stuff too, because somebody might have like their computer or their laptop and they got like some other stuff. Matter of fact, at
Lunar you all
at
were
Lunabout,
playing Puzzle Fighter, weren't you?
yeah, we had the Puzzle Fighter suite like the whole weekend. That's all we played was Puzzle Fighter. So it was like it's still very similar. Just having a bunch of people over and just playing games. Like I love that. I'll as much as I love online, I'll always love the camaraderie of offline.
Yeah, like, and that's a lot of people don't, you know, a lot of newer people that didn't grow up in that age, or didn't go to like old events, they don't get that,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand. So like, I understand their viewpoint, but like for me, I remember my mom she would go shopping at a mall up here. She'd give me $5. She said go to the arcade. So I had $5 to last me. And this is back when like the hot game was Marvel One. So,
Ooh,
so I'm sitting there, and these guys, they were older than me, obviously, and obviously they had income and coming in, so they had a Dreamcast at home, and they were practicing, all these combos and stuff. But I'm sitting there with my $5, snot nosed kid, and I'm like, I'm gonna put my quarter up and play, and then you build friendships that way, and like that's the first game I bought. Remember when I told you I went to Funko Land to get my Dreamcast? I
Mm-hmm.
made sure I called the Funko Land. I was like, "Do you have a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 1?" And they were like, "Yes, but we only have a disc." I'm like, "I don't care. Do you have a Dreamcast?" It's like, "Yes." I'm going there. So my uncle, rest in peace, he passed away a couple years ago. He took me. He was done doing his runs for the day because he worked for a catering company. He came and picked me up. It took him a while to find the Funko Land because he had never been to the area before. And
Yeah.
and boom, I got it. Came home, started practicing on that Dreamcast pad, like freaking Strider combos.
Nice.
But at home it was just practice to go to the arcade to be able to do this stuff and being able to beat the same people you see every day that your mom gives you the $5 and that's all you got. You know.
Yeah. Did you frequent like a lot of like pizzerias and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, Jerry's. I don't know if there's any Jerry's Subs and Pizza up there in New
Mm-hmm.
York, but we have. I mean, the first one's here in Maryland. Was started here in Maryland. It comes from like this area, and every Jerry Subs and Pizza down here had either a cocktail cab with Samurai Showdown 1 and King of Fighters 94 or Metal Slug, or a straight up Big Red 2 slot.
Oh, nice.
Like everyone, like the one that was close to our apartment that we had, that was close to the mall, had a cocktail cab with Samurai Showdown 1. I used to go there, get 2 slices of pizza, sit down, and just play as Earthquake.
That's cool. Yeah, mine's used to have like we had like your standard like pizzeria, all right, but like it would be like a mom and pop pizzeria, and you just go in the back and there's like they usually have the Marvel games. They would always have like X Men vs Street Fighter or Marvel vs Capcom. Um, Sometimes you'll see what is it rival schools,
Oh
but
yeah,
mostly it would be the Marvel games. Like you would see that like every pizzeria on every corner. Like I just think about it like now, like man, back then we had that stuff everywhere. Like it was so ingrained in like the culture of the city where you go anywhere, a pizzeria, movie theater, a laundromat. Those are like the three. Usually those three were like the key ones that you could find. You always find some type of arcade. It was like at a pizzeria, a laundromat, or a movie theater.
yeah. Like we had there's this mall near one of the counties, like right next to where I live, is when my uncle lived with my cousins, and I would go
Mm.
over there and stay with them, and they would take me to this mall called Beltway Plaza. It's one that Steve H and Rugal and all them frequented quite a bit.
Hmm.
But the mall was very unique. You walked in, it was like a mall. It was enclosed. It wasn't like a strip mall. And you know how in the malls they have like the little vendors in the middle of the mall. They have the little shops that are selling like small trinkets and stuff.
Yeah.
They had those, but they were surrounded by arcade machines
Mm.
on all four corners. So you had
On all
two, two,
corners.
and two.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I used to love going there. And then they had a big arcade next to the movie theater, which was across the street from the which inside the mall they actually had a police station because it was kind of a rough part of the neighborhood. So it was right across the street from the police station, the movie theater. But yeah, like I remember that stuff. It used to be everywhere. Like you go to a mall, there was always an arcade.
Right.
You go to a movie theater, there were over arcade machines in the lobby. You didn't even have to buy a movie ticket. You can just walk in and play the arcade games.
Yeah, yeah. You didn't even have that. Yep. You could just go right in there, play the game, and yep, no one would care. I'm at 80 right now. It's like
Okay,
so slow, but it's almost done. I apologize
no,
again.
it's all right.
Freaking Capcom patching stuff and messing stuff up for us.
I know.
But yeah, yeah, like it just was. It was everywhere, dude. I missed that. You can go anywhere and find it. I remember hearing there was a deli that was where is this deli at? It was like in it was a small part of Brooklyn, and the deli was it was like a few stores on the corner because that's natural, right? Like here in New York City, you can go on one block and you can see like three or four delis on the same block. So because of that, people you're fighting for customers essentially, right? Because you're all three of you guys are selling the same thing. Um, There was one that was making like the least amount of money. Like I guess they weren't doing as well. They weren't like going to go into business or nothing, but they weren't doing as well. But they wanted more customers, and how they got more customers was, I don't know if you ever heard of that game Sengoku.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put a Sengoku 3 cabinet um in like the back of the deli, and that was like their moneymaker. They were every day they were having kids come from school, random people just coming to buy like a hero sandwich. They end up just playing it. So they made a shit ton of money off Sengoku because people would just come in there and just, put their quarters in and play Sengoku. So they were getting a lot of business from that.
Yeah, we had a lot of arcades here that actually the arcades themselves compete against each other. Like that place I just told you about, Beltway Plaza. So they had all the arcade machines in the little kiosk areas. They had the big arcade inside the mall, and then right outside the mall there was like a little standalone store that was an arcade too. And like where I
Hmm.
grew up, there was a big arcade inside the mall that was like right down the street from me, and two arcades, and they had two neighboring strip malls, and each one of those strip malls had a big arcade. So like
Hmm.
everywhere you went, there was an arcade, and like the one in the mall had Tekken 4 when it first came out. So everyone's like, "Oh, we got to go to the one in the mall." Oh wait, Marvel 2 just came out, so the one at the strip mall, has it. So then they got all the people playing fighting games and stuff like that.
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty cool. Yes, it's moving faster now. I'm at 90, so it
Uh,
should be within the next 5 minutes. As soon as it installs, I'm just gonna, like I said, again test it out, and then I'm gonna just hit live, and we'll be good to go. Because this thing is taking too long. I just hope that it fixes now, because it's a fresh download, so it should, And I still have that other stuff. I installed the games for live. I installed the two things that you told me to, and I still
yeah,
have it in the background. So,
yeah. So it should just play.
God damn it, Capcom, fucking everything up.
So you coming down for glitch?
When is glitch?
MLK weekend.
Yeah, I should be able to make that like 100%. I can take off for that too. That's going to be around the 15th, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, cool. Cuz I was going to go to Frosty, but to be honest, I don't even know. I don't even know if I want to go. The thing is, I really want to start going to majors again, but uh COVID, man. Like I'm still
Yeah,
a little nervous. You know what I mean? Like they had at KIT, they had a COVID scare. There was a few people there with COVID.
right.
So
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
if I want to go to 3,000, an event with 3,000 people.
right. And I think, as far as I know, all the Xanadu people I keep up with, I think they're requiring vaccinations, so you can't get in unless you're
Beautiful.
vaccinated. I'm actually going for my booster shot myself. Um, hey, Chronos XT, thank you. Hey, Amedo. Hey,
Hey,
thank you for
99.
joining. Yeah, I got viewers. Cause
Yo,
all I did was mention your name and they came.
nah, dude, they here for you, man. I'm not live. What you talking about?
Yeah. Kronos, yeah, we were having some issues with RE5 starting. It wasn't a fresh install, it was an old install, so we're reinstalling it right now. So hopefully it should work after this. We did all the Windows Live updates and stuff, but thank you for any help you might have had. And actually, if we can't get it through, we'll let you know.
Yeah, sorry about that. It's Capcom, they did something to the game this year, and it doesn't it was like it was crashing the game on startup. So me and Drive both had to download some other stuff, and then I'm reinstalling it now. He got it working. I'm gonna check right now. Mine's at 99%. So it's just about done. As soon as it's finished, I'm gonna hit play. We'll test it out, and then we'll be good to go, y'all.
Yeah.
So thank you guys. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up, yo, Meadow? What's going on, man?
Yeah, it's a meadow. Yeah, actually, a
Oh,
meadow's
done.
right. Because he helped us out for the Zone of Zonings, the big CVS2 tournament.
Yeah.
So Uber Saurus, he brought like three PS2s, and a meadow brought like three PS2s too. And I noticed he had that the upgrade with the hard drive in there with the games loaded on into it.
Smart stuff. Yeah. I think out here, I think Min has that because I remember he brought it when we were playing Neo Geo Battle Coliseum pretty heavy. Min brought it out here. That's what we used to play on, was on his PS2. So I think he does have that too, where it's like modded and you have everything in there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
Come
because
on,
I
man.
definitely want to do that. Since actually I had issues with my fat PS2 when I was there, it wouldn't it wouldn't read the disc. But after zones like last week, I cleaned it up all the way. Just put an air can through it, and now it works fine. So definitely, I wanted to look into the mod, and it's kind of cheap
Nice.
actually. Rome, it's you just go on eBay and buy a network adapter. You can get either an official one or an aftermarket one. You can get an aftermarket one that has SATA ports.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kronos. Yeah, if the reinstall doesn't work, definitely show us that thread to get it to work on Steam, and then we can try that for sure. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for offering your help. Appreciate you, and thank you for coming to the channel. Um, but yeah, like
Yeah, I'm still at 90. I'm like at 99%. So the minute it moves to one more percent, then I'll be able to hit play because it still says
mhm.
pause on Steam. So I'm right there though.
Oh, okay.
So
And you know the best part about having a Dreamcast modded for HD, you can purchase games, all the time from the internets.
oh, for sure.
And that's the thing too. When you mod your Dreamcast, make sure it's the right version or the right version of Dreamcast. That'll let you play everything.
Oh yeah, I have that one.
Okay.
The pre October 2000 Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Any Dreamcast that has the October 2000 like the I guess like the logo or whatever it is on the sticker. If it says that as the date, that's the one that has copy
Yeah.
disc protection. So yeah, no,
Oh.
I made sure I got the right Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I can play what I want.
Yeah. Thank you, Super Freak, for the follow. Appreciate it, man.
Yo, freak.
What's up? We're doing technical help with Rome himself tonight.
Yeah,
Uh,
Resident Evil did something, and well, Capcom did something. So like, I'm reinstalling the whole game over, basically.
yeah. Kronos, thank you so much though for the help. Even though the thread link is apparently dead, but we'll get it working. We'll get it working. Oh, but you know what? We haven't decided this. Who's gonna be who?
I figured I'd be Sheva. I don't know. You want to
What?
play Chris or?
I mean, you are the sexy one of the two.
I mean, I try. I try. Nah. I mean, however you want to do it, bro.
That,
It's good
that's
with me.
that's fine. I'm happy not having any risks like Chris. That's the one
I
thing.
usually, I think I usually play Chris when I do five, but I don't. I mean, I can play whoever, so I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
That's the one thing I noticed when those trailers came out for this game way back when Chris is driving the Hummer. You look at that man's wrist. He doesn't have a wrist. It's just like one big forearm. Like he had to work out that much to like punch Wesker or punch a rock, a freaking rock in a
Dude,
volcano.
I love this version of Chris. I love Resident Evil 5. I think this is the best version of him.
Oh yeah,
And
no
I'm
doubt.
glad they put him in Marvel 3. Like he looks so sick in that game.
Yeah, no
And
doubt. I love this version of Chris because it's like he went from like a Boy Scout kind of deal
yeah,
in the original one in Code Veronica into like, yeah, I'm just angry.
he's like, fuck it, I'm over this. I've been doing this shit for 10 plus years now. I'm sick of it. I've seen every type of BOW in the world, and I want nothing to do with none of them.
Right, and Wesker stole my girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's at 100 now, but it's still saying pause, so I'm just waiting for it to hit that
Sure.
green, and we Gucci.
Yeah, Boulder
Go
punching
for it.
Chad. Exactly, freak. This
Yo,
is
he's like, oh, hold up, it's verifying. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit live on my Twitch. I'm not even gonna like do my intro. I'm just gonna hit live, and we'll just pick it up from there soon. I just want to create a capture for the game.
yeah,
That's all I wanted to do, and I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I didn't start the stream and then try to get a capture for it because it wouldn't have worked out. But yeah,
uh,
that's all I wanted to do. So
it's okay. It's what is it? ASMR with Rome himself and Initial Drive.
hell yeah, DMV dad and Rome himself.
Yeah, Kronos, you can post a link. It's no big deal as long as it's nothing not safe for work or political or anything like that. It's cool. You can post it just in case we can't get it running.
Well, if we can't get it running, then we're just gonna have to play Resident Evil 6.
I mean, yeah, I'd have to install it, but yes.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I mean, I'm down. Which scenario are we playing?
Uh, Jake.
Jake. All right.
Yeah,
I'll
Jake.
be Sherry.
Okay, it says play. Here we go. I'm gonna test it out now. Please work. Yes, make changes to the hard drive. Please wait while retrieving information. The Xbox Live thing came up, so that's a good thing, right?
Yes. As long
Okay.
as everything there.
Just want to boot the game. Okay. Game's up. I got the black box. Come on. Fucking hell, it crashed again.
It didn't.
It keeps loading up the box and then it just crashes. Do you have Parsec? Because if anything, we could just Parsec, bro.
Actually, I don't have Parsec installed anymore. I would have to reinstall it. But here,
Mm.
there's one more thing you could do. Open up that zip file that you downloaded that you did the first two steps.
Yeah, I have it here.
Okay, do the double click and run the last file.
The X live liver thing.
Yeah, and it'll say it should come up with something like remove after you hit next.
Yeah, I see remove after
Okay,
next.
hit
Yeah.
remove.
Mm-hmm. Remove it.
Yeah, and then when it's done, when it's done, double click it and run it again. And then when you run it a second time after it removes it, it should install something, and then try to play the game again.
The last one. I'm double clicking the
Yeah,
last one again, right? Okay.
yeah,
Okay, no problem. Making sure. Publishing product information. It's like at the it's at the end of the bar. It's like loading.
yeah.
Crap, I should have probably tweeted out. Let me do that real quick.
Let me check out the link that Chronos XT posted just to see if there's anything different there.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit finish and then we'll download we'll double tap it again.
Yeah, and it should tell you to download something.
Okay, I accept. Install. Let's see. All right, let's try it again. Open up Steam. Nope, it crashes again.
Wow, then I don't know what to tell you. The only thing you could do is try to run the first two again. Uh, to,
Let me try.
yeah, try that. Run the first two again, and then see if that fixes it. If not, then uh, we're out of luck. Thank you, Chronos XC. Yeah, the link is dead, so we can't use that guy's patch in that thread. I just
Yeah,
checked
I
it.
have the other two links are up. Like I have them here. The game for Windows Live Client and the other, like it says to remove them, so I would have to remove them and then install them again.
Yeah,
I guess I'll do that. I'll remove them and then I'm gonna install them again.
yeah, cause that fixed mine. Like after I had that trouble before, if that's the way it got fixed.
Let me see.
So thank you guys for stopping by. We're trying to square all this away. Thank you guys. Thank you to Super Freak for the follow. Really appreciate it, man. Anybody else that's watching, thank you so much, guys, for joining us. Uh, we are gonna get this going. We promise. Or it might be we might get defeated by Microsoft. I don't even
Fucking
know. Or
games for
Capcom.
Windows Live.
Yeah, I know. It's like
Fuck games for Windows Live. Screw that. Try again. It was never like this. Before you just boot up Resident Evil 5 and that was it. You're good to go.
yeah.
I don't
See,
know. I don't know why they keep doing this with Steam games. They just like keep fucking up older Steam games. I don't get it.
I don't even know why. See, that's a. You know what's funny? It's when these different companies share the same like I guess the same interfaces or something. Because one of the OG 5SP players, Slash Maru.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that's
you
the
heard of.
homie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know Slackmore. I've commentated a lot of his matches. Yeah.
yeah. He posted in my Discord the other day that he bought SS Samurai Shodown 7 2019 on both EGS and on Steam, but on EGS he had none of the DLC. But he bought the package that they had for sale the other day on Steam that came with all the DLC, and it unlocked all the DLC on the EGS version.
Wow, that's cool, but that's also weird. What the hell?
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's almost like they share some sort of the game versions, even though they're on different clients, share the same thing, like the same data or something like that.
Hmm.
So maybe that's the case here, where it shares some data with the Windows Live version, or games with Windows Live version, and it's messing it up.
Yeah, it crashed again. I'm gonna boot up Resident Evil 6 and see if like that works.
Okay.
Even just to see if it works, just to see because that might be tampered with as well. You know what I mean? Um, I'm just booting it up right now just to see because yeah, this shit is annoying. I don't know why it's doing this. Yeah, Resident Evil 6 is working perfectly fine. So it's something with 5. They fucked it up.
Oh, that's crazy. Cause yeah, I'm like my stream seeing it right now.
Yep.
Yeah, like right now, if you look at my stream, it's doing it and working, and I'm like hitting stuff. That's
That's
nuts.
weird. You didn't, and I followed everything you said. I did it. I
That's
downloaded the two things, and I even reinstalled the game.
did you
Thinking,
oh, you know what you have to do? Maybe you have to do a reboot.
yeah, let me reboot everything and give it a shot. I'll be in chat. Let me just restart everything now.
Yeah, just
I'll be
hit
in stream chat though.
yeah, just hit me up with a call when you're done, or see if that works. All right, so I'm gonna disconnect the call from Rome. He's gonna try to work on that. So while we do that, we'll just watch some of the. Ooh. All right, we'll watch some of the stuff. Do I have mercenaries unlocked from the get go? Let's see. I'll do that for sure. All right. Yeah, I don't have mercenaries because I've never played this game on I've never played this game on PC, only on console. So I have to play it through at least one time to get it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, let's watch some cutscenes while we wait for Rome himself to get back up. Oh man, I wonder who that person is. Only time will tell.
Captain Deshant here. We secured the underground route to the coordinates.
Is that the only cutscene they give us? Oh, that is the only cutscene. I thought they'd give us more than that. The game is kind of old, so. Well, Chronos XT, just in case, if you are a fan of Resident Evil, I just did a run of Resident Evil 4. Started on Halloween and just finished it the other night. If you are interested, let me see here. There's my YouTube channel. I just put it up, and I'll be putting up all the videos that me and Rome do with Resident Evil 5 once we get it going. They'll go up there as well. Plus, anything else I stream, all the VODs are going to go to that channel. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Dang, it's taking forever. Trying to install Resident Evil 6 here. Might as well. We could play that with Rome or by ourselves. Uh, Might as well. I picked all these games up on a bundle because one of the deals they had for Halloween, they had 4, 5, and 6 for like $5 each. So definitely going to probably run these games as well. While play some other retro stuff. Also, if you guys want to see any updates from me about what's going to be streamed or what's going on, definitely please follow me on Twitter. Let me get you guys all that info real quick. It's on the it's on the Twitch page, but here it is as well. We do a lot more than the FGC now. We're doing pretty much everything under the sun. We do tend to play fighting games a little more than some of the other genres, but for right now, we're focusing on everything else. We do play classic fighting games like Capcom vs. SNK2, Samurai Showdown, 5 Special, stuff like that. So if you're interested in that as well, definitely follow me on Twitter and see when I'm going live. I usually try to be streaming something Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Weekends usually up in the air if I don't have anything planned. I usually go live around 8 o'clock on Saturday and or Sunday. But during the week is usually Monday. Take a break Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So definitely look for streams from me those days. And again, thank you guys for chilling with us. Hope we've entertained you by regaling you with all our stories of our youth and how things were and how things are now as far as fighting games and such, and just games in general. Like I said, I like most of the stuff I stream is going to be from original hardware. I really like to. I really like to play from the original hardware. That way, it just plays the way it's supposed to. I know emulators can do it like 99%. Even Frame Meisters do pretty good emulation, but at the end of the day, it's still emulation. So it is what it is. All right, so Resident Evil 6 is downloaded pretty good. So if we can't do that, we could definitely. If we can't do 5, we'll definitely be able to do 6. Um, or who knows what else we'll be able to play together or stream. No biggie. Oh, it's all right, Rome. Take your time, man. Take your time, man. Even if we only get like the first chapter done, it's cool. Alright, guys. Let's see what it can do here. Oh, yeah.
Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 5. Loading content. I haven't done anything. Alright. Now let's look at these leaderboards. Just like I did for Resident Evil 4. You finished this in 0 minutes? 0 seconds? How'd you beat that? How'd you do that? 1 second? Really? 1 second. 1 second. You just beat the game. Actually, it says, is that even a full second? That's like a tenth of a second. Jesus, look at all these people. Okay, there goes some more. This is this guy here, Senor Wesky, or Senior Wesky. That looks like a speedrun time right there. 4 minutes 52 seconds from chapter 1. How'd they do that? Who knows? Like, these look like actual times. This guy's actual name is Albert Wesker. I know, Robe, right? They like froze the world. No, actually, it turns out it's not the whole game. It's just chapter 1. Even so, how can you finish chapter 1 in a tenth of a second? Like, the rankings really start here at 149, where it's 4 minutes and 52 seconds. I assume that's a world record time. I guess these guys know the hacks and everything, and it goes on from there. Like, I assume these are like the people speedrunning it all the time. Alright, chapter 2. Alright, here we go again. People that beat the game in literally no time. I can't believe this. I guess Capcom doesn't care about cheaters. Alright guys, let's see here. Alright, so round 1. Oh, okay, here we go. That's probably an actual time for the game, 3:59. For 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. That makes sense. I am so surprised that they just haven't taken these down, because this is not humanly possible. That's crazy. What do I have in the library? Cutscenes. Nothing! Figures. Nothing. Files. Ah, the history of Resident Evil. Alright, kids. It's 44 pages of awesome. 1960s. The engineer Michael Warren begins the electrification of Raccoon City. The fifth head of the Ashford family, Edward Ashford, begins his research into what would later become known as a progenitor virus. Electrification? What is that? Why can't they just say he bought electricity to... Why do they have to use such big words? I know, right? They messed up the game, but they left the rankings up. Like, it is what it is. Alright, 1962. Oswald E. Spencer enlists architect George Trevor to design and construct a reclusive mansion on the outskirts of Raccoon City. Like, some of this stuff is like, wouldn't you know someone's doing shady stuff because they're building a mansion in a reclusive place outside of a city? Come on, guys. 1966, December. Oswald E. Spencer, James Marcus, and Edward Ashford officially established the progenitor virus, which reconstitutes a living organism's DNA. In 1967, in November, the construction of the mansion and lab facilities in the Arclay Mountains is completed. Jessica and Lisa Trevor are injected with a variant of the progenitor virus. The virus fails to establish itself in Jessica, and she is subsequently disposed of. The virus shows promise in Lisa, as a result, she is placed under close observation. George Trevor is chosen to be a test subject, however, due to his intimate knowledge of the mansion facilities, he is disposed of instead. I like how they say disposed of and not killed. 1968, construction of Raccoon City's public transit trolleys begins in Europe, and they are quickly put into use within the city. So they built the trolleys in Europe for a city in the U.S. Spencer founds the pharmaceutical company Umbrella with Marcus and Edward Ashford. The company is established to master biological research. Okay, makes sense. Edward Ashford contracts the progenitor virus and dies. His son, Alexander Ashford, succeeds him as head of the Ashford family. August, the Umbrella training facility is established in the Arklay Mountains with Marcus appointed as director. Alexander Ashford begins to design a facility in Antarctica. He secretly makes plans to build an underground laboratory for the purpose of the Code Veronica project. Let's not talk about Code Veronica yet. Umbrella's Antarctic base and research facilities are completed. The Code Veronica project is successful. The twins Alfred and Alexa Ashford are aboard. 1977. Albert Wesker and William Birkin joined the training facility as prospective managers. So Wesker's just a manager. Marcus successfully develops the T virus. 1978. In July, the closure of the training facility is finalized. Wesker and Birkin transfer their T virus research to the Arklay Research Facility. Marcus continues his own research in the closed down training facility. I believe that's where Resident Evil 0 takes place. Although only 10 years old, Alexa Ashford graduates at the top of her class from a prestigious university. Birkin begins to view Alexa as a rival. Alexa injects her father, Alexander, with the T Veronica virus, but the experiment ends in failure. Wesker's research secondary exposure to the T virus. He begins to have reservations about Spencer's plans. Alexa injects herself with the T Veronica virus and enters a 15-year cryogenic sleep. To maintain the secrecy of this plan, it is reported that she died of an accidental exposure to the virus. Michael Warren becomes mayor of Raccoon City. I don't know, I can't remember who he is, but hey, he's the mayor of Raccoon City. Wesker, under orders from Spencer, assassinates Marcus. Under Birkin's guidance, the T-Virus program begins development of the BOW Tyrant. Umbrella begins work on the Nemesis project at its 6 European research facilities. Umbrella begins construction of an expansive underground laboratory beneath Raccoon City. Spencer approves Birkin's G-Virus project and work begins on it. Wesker is transferred to the information department. Umbrella funds for the refurbishment of City Hall and the building of the General Hospital. A statue of Michael Warren is erected in City Hall. Raccoon City Police Chief Brian Irons begins conducting negotiations with Umbrella. Birkin transfers to the underground lab in Raccoon City. Clandestine meetings with Irons begin. Alfred Ashford graduates from a university in England and becomes director of the Antarctic facility. He rises up in ranks to eventually become an executive of Umbrella, and then director of the Rockford Island. A training facility for anti-BOW squad members is completed. 1994, John from the Chicago lab takes over for Birkin at the Arklay Research Facility. Alfred builds a private mansion and prison on Rockford Island. 1996. The Raccoon City Police Department STARS team is founded with Wesker as captain. Hunk, later of the Umbrella Special. I say later of the Umbrella Special Forces. It's supposed to be leader, not later, right? Am I crazy? Is anyone seeing this? It says later of the. It's supposed to be leader, right? Okay, leader of the Umbrella Special Forces undergoes combat training at Rockford Island. See, they screw up the game, but they can't fix the spelling. A mysterious clone of Marcus appears at the Umbrella training facility. There's a large-scale viral leak at the Arclay mansion. The research lab there is destroyed. Cerberus claims its first victim, a 20-year-old woman, whose body is found dismembered. Cerberus being those dogs. Cerberus sightings are reported in the local Raccoon City magazine. Two groups are sent to investigate the training facility. The first one is wiped out by BOWs located on the premises. There's an increase in reports of accidents and missing persons in the Arclay Mountains. The city sends the STARS Bravo team to investigate. Bravo team's helicopter experiences engine trouble for unknown reasons. Wesker, and is forced to put down in the Arclay Mountains. Bravo team takes an electric express to investigate the training facility, which is later destroyed. Alpha team is sent out to search for Bravo team when communication is lost. The occurrence of the mansion incident. Bravo team's leader, Enrico Marini, learns Wesker's true identity. Wesker murders Enrico. Poor Enrico! Ravaged by the virus, the mansion and the lab are destroyed. 4 members of Alpha team and 1 member of Bravo team escape the catastrophe. Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Brad Vickers, Rebecca Chambers. Wesker escapes the Arclay research facility before it is destroyed. Oh, Brad dies. Nemesis spears him in the head. Former STARS member Chris Redfield learns of G-Virus and heads to Europe to investigate Umbrella. The virus spreads throughout Raccoon City via infected mice. The city is declared a biohazard as incidents of cannibalism continue to rise. Burkett completes work on the G-Virus. A zombie horde attacks the city's police station. The police station is destroyed. The Chief Irons descends into mania. Warren escapes the city but leaves his daughter behind. The UBCS, Umbrella's Biohazard Countermeasure Services, arrives in the city to begin the rescue operation. Ricky Police Officer Leon S. Kennedy arrives in the city at the same time as Claire Redfield. Hold on, guys. We'll continue the story time in a second. Let me just blow my nose. Alright. Umbrella deploys a BOW Nemesis T-Tap into the city, and it begins to hunt for former STARS member Jill Valentine. Umbrella deploys mass-produced tyrants into the city. Leon and Claire escape the city with William and Annette Birkin's daughter, Sherry. With the arrival of the U.S. military, the city is placed under martial law. The UBCS survivors are exploited by Umbrella's official observer of the situation, Nikolai Chidoev, and they die off one by one. The hospital is destroyed. Ada Wong and Hunk each acquire samples of the G-Virus. The underground lab in Raccoon City is destroyed. The U.S. government decides to eliminate the virus threat by destroying Raccoon City with a missile strike. Claire infiltrates the Paris laboratory only to be captured and imprisoned on Rockford Island. Wesker attacks the island with his own private force and releases the T-Virus onto the island. Claire escapes from the prison and sends an email to Leon asking for help. Her location is made known to Chris. Jill escapes Wrecked City and goes to Chris's apartment, but he has already left for Rockford Island. Alfred Ashford escapes the island. Chris arrives at the Rockford Island and finds Wesker. Alexa Ashford wakes up from her cryogenic sleep at the Antarctic base. Alfred dies shortly after. Claire and Chris are reunited at the Antarctic base together to defend Alexia. They escape before the base is destroyed. Jack Krauser fakes his own death and joins Wesker's secret organization. February. Chris and Jill take part in the mission to destroy the Umbrella, was it Caucasus? Caucasus? Research facility in Russia. They were successful in destroying a new BOW known as Talos. The U.S. President's daughter, Ashley Graham, is kidnapped. We already went through this stream. Kidnapped by a religious group known as Los Illuminados. The actual kidnapping was carried out by Krauser. Leon Kennedy was scheduled to join Ashley's Secret Service detail, but is ordered to fight her instead. Leon Kennedy is injected with the Las Plagas parasite. By the Illuminados. After that, he and Ashley, who is also infected with the same parasite, take shelter in a church. After escaping the village, Leon and Ashley are forced to seek refuge in an old castle, but Ashley is once again apprehended. Trust me, guys, she's apprehended a lot. This time, she is taken to an isolated island by Krauser under the orders of Ramon Salazar, the 8th head of the Salazar family. Leon confronts Salazar and defeats him. Leon heads to the island to find Ashley, and it is there that he defeats both Jack Krauser and Osmond Sadler, the leader of Los Illuminados cult. Leon and Ashley use the facility on the island to remove the parasites. Ada Wong steals the Las Plagas parasite sample from Leon. Leon and Ashley escape from the island on a jet ski. So, if you were following my streams, we just went through all of Resident Evil 4. So, that last part, pretty much was you guys would have already seen it. So now we're just waiting for Rome to give me the word to see if everything is kosher with his version of the game, and maybe we could get some time in today. At least one chapter. That's what I'm hoping for. One chapter. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It might have not been what you expected, but technical stuff happens. There's no one's at fault. Thank you to Super Freak for following the channel. Kronos, if you're still there, thank you for trying to help out with the situation. Amedo, you're always the homie. Thank you for showing up and showing support. So hopefully we'll be able to get this working pretty quick. Hopefully. And yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure. I know Rome has a previous engagement tomorrow, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to or what we're gonna stream or what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. If you guys have any suggestions in the chat, or if you follow me on Twitter, I put a tweet out there saying what games you would like me to see me run. Definitely just put out some suggestions, and if I have it or if I can get it and we can play it, definitely. Since me and Rome are going to be doing this Resident Evil 5 run, we probably are going to want to do games in between that I can finish in one sitting. So if you guys want to play some fighting games with me, like CVS2, I know our one of our my followers, AK47, that followed the channel the other day, we had a good set of Fightcade. So if you guys want to, see me run a game that I could probably finish in one sitting, I'll be more than happy to. Or if you guys want to see me play something else, that'd be just let me know. I would play more King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match Final Edition, but the rollback beta is done for at this time, and we don't know when we're gonna get the official release for the rollback netcode. Hopefully soon. So, Rome, I know you're in the chat. Let me know what's going on, if everything's good or if uh, everything's not so good. So let me see what's going on. All right, I'm just reaching. Oh, out to row. Oh yeah, it's looking like Rome's computer is having other issues. All right, guys. So we're probably gonna cut it there for today. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry we couldn't bring into fruition what we wanted to, but we'll just try it at a later date. Rome himself is a homie. I know he probably feels bad, but he shouldn't. These things happen. Uh, he's honestly he's the reason I've been trying to one of the reasons I've been trying to stream other games and try to break out of my shell and actually stream other stuff that I like besides fighting games. He's been a real inspiration. So definitely, guys, if you are in the chat still and you do not follow Rome himself, please, I'm gonna give that man a shout out right now. He's one of the Kangs. And I'm also going to give a shout out to Super Freak for following. Thank you so much, sir. Follow Super Freak. Rome himself and Super Freak are part of the Four Kangs. They pretty much stream everything. They're awesome dudes, and you'll definitely get great entertainment from them. As I hope you get great entertainment from me. But for right now, we're going to end the stream. We're actually going to go over and raid Bullet Will. He's doing a Mega Man Shuffler stream where he's just shuffling through a whole bunch of different Mega Man games and enjoying most of it until he gets to Mega Man 4. So let's get that raid command in there. You guys are awesome, and thank you for joining me. And we'll get this Resident Evil 5 squared away, and we'll see if maybe we start this weekend on Sunday. I'll hook up with Rome and figure out when we can get this started for you guys. All right, the raid is coming. please, if you guys will wait and we'll get a raid bullet will. Thank you guys so much. Again, I appreciate you.